Becky one. Becky, that's good. That's a good one. Oh, I like.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Twitch Master. It is your grandma's favorite knockoff show where they're all Twitch streamers and I'm the master. So, we're going to go around the table now and introduce everyone that's on the show today. First up, we have...
Win. Hi, I'm OGSTV. I stream hardcore Minecraft, and I enjoy it. In general.
I thought this was like a finishing the sentences thing.
Okay. So you enjoy it in general?
Yeah, in general.
Like your job, or you looked at me and my pronouns are.
That's what I thought
That
was.
was very strange.
So I'm not too sure.
See, that's,
I enjoy your company.
Thank you.
I thought you were just being really nice to Crow.
I am nice to Crow.
He is.
Yeah?
He is.
How nice?
He is.
Crow, how nice is he?
Quite nice. Quite nice. We shared a meal today.
We did.
The same plate.
On a scale of
You
1 to
watched
10.
me.
sorry?
You watched me eat my meal today.
I did. I'm Crowfang. I watched him eat his meal today.
Oh yeah, Crow, introduce yourself. I mean, while you're here.
I was supervising. I also stream and stuff. I mostly just chat and I do Minecraft lore sometimes. I also enjoy it.
Now, what do you enjoy? What is it? Okay, so over to Ollie. Ollie, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Hi, I'm Ollie Hikey Hate Me. I also enjoy Minecraft and it.
Good.
You don't even know what it is.
What
No, I
is
don't know
it?
what it is.
Baker.
Do you have the it factor?
I don't know. Hopefully the X Factor.
Ooh.
What do you mean the X factor?
I was
On
just trying
show.
to sing it.
Oh,
No, I wasn't. I
Go,
just.
go,
So
go.
now you.
Go, give us a taste.
Oh wow, that's actually
Oh
pretty.
wow.
Good.
And then, okay, we're
Okay.
moving on quickly. So Fulham,
Hi.
welcome to
I didn't
the
even get to
show.
introduge myself. You introduced
Yeah,
me
I
for me.
Oh.
That's
He's been
okay.
doing that for everybody. He
Oh.
said everyone's first
I'm sorry,
name
I
and then
apologise.
immediately-
God,
Okay.
you're so tall.
I am. I know.
You
makes me
bet.
look
You,
short.
you
And
I'm a
barely
feminist,
fit in
by the
that
way.
shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of towering over everyone.
But now we all-
They've put me.
we
They
all
put me
look
really
so
low
good.
down.
We all look like jerks because we didn't introduce ourselves as feminists.
Well,
They
look,
realised that
I'm not
was
here to say that you guys
Owen-
didn't, but okay.
much.
But yeah,
March, Owen.
it's March. Anyway, I'm the resident alcoholic speedrunner guy. I'm Curryway's friend. We just beat Minecraft together. And yeah, I'm having a beer, so this is going to be great. Oh, and I love it, by the way.
Oh, good.
What's up?
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So, if it's your first time joining us here on Twitch Master, how this show works is around, 2 months ago, everyone in this room was invited down to the office and I got them to the challenges. Now, we're going to be going through all of them and making fun of each other. How the scoring is going to work today is, if I think you did the best at the challenge, you're going to get a single point. If I think you did the worst at the challenge, you're going to get a single. And then finally, chat, after every single challenge, will get to vote on who they think put the most effort in, who will also get a point. So, fellas, why don't you say we start things off with a bit of a show? Why don't you say we start things off with a puppet show? Enjoy.
Oh, yay.
No.
Hello!
Hello.
Crow, come on in, Crow.
Hey man.
Welcome back. There is no way you
Taskmaster
can mess this
expert.
one up. I don't know if you could possibly guess what your task is.
Well, I'm assuming I'm putting on a show. And I did GCSE drama, so I'll be brilliant here.
Maybe I'll just speak in Spanish for the rest of this one if you want to keep bringing out my comprehension skills.
Your task is to put on a puppet show. Your time starts now.
Okay, I've just realized I only have 2 hands.
And we're in the episode with the D&D guys.
You're known for your storytelling, right?
No.
I did used to be a puppeteer, so we've got something
What?
going on. Yeah, once upon a time.
I have to think of a story first before I go. You can't leap straight into a puppet show.
Welcome, boys and girls, to this wonderful tale of when God decided to kill every animal. Look, here comes one now.
Wait, hold on. The ops are puppeteers. This is so wrong. Change of plans. I gotta pull out the big guns, also known as Grandma. This is Granny. She's going to the zoo today. Say hello, Granny. Hello. Granny wants to see her favorite animals. Yes, I do. I forget they have moving mouths.
Hello, I'm every animal. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
I've got to make this, I've got to base these off real people. This is the only way I'm going to be able to tell a story. Who do I know that's always angry? Who do I know that's always sad? I'm not going to answer that question on camera. Let's just make two really happy people.
Okay, I need to think of a plot. She can't see the monkey anymore. Do you guys see him? I don't see him. She instead saw a lion. What are you doing outside your cage? I just feel like it. Well, that's not on. So Granny gave him a little knock on the head and he went back in his cage.
Now go, get on the boat. But wait, where's your friend? I left them in the tar pit. Well, away with you.
Which one of these looks most like Toby? The purple one? This guy's name is,
Blimblob.
Blimblob, okay. Blimblop and Amjam.
Buenos días. Vamos a hacer un safari. ¡Wow! Una jirafa.
What sound interrupts me? Oh wait, they do like.
Hello, leopards. Hello.
Yeah, they're friends. They went to school together.
Welcome back to things that God did. Look, here comes a lion. Hello, I'm a lion.
So they're both aliens, and this alien knows a lot about Minecraft servers.
No!
Can you voice Blimblop talking about Minecraft servers?
Okay.
To Amjam.
Okay.
¡Wow! Vamos a ver el siguiente animal. Increíble. No sé qué es.
Wait, hold on. This is a puppet. Hold on. Hello, Granny. She said.
Hello, leopard.
They went to go find the monkeys.
Have you seen the monkeys anywhere?
No, I've not.
Look, do you see that city over there? Yes, it's burning. It's burning because God decided it should burn. Well, what happens if I look at it? Don't look at it. I want to. Oh, you turned to salt. This is a thing that happened.
Amjam's going to Blimblop's office today to record an episode of an unnamed show for an unnamed event that might be happening sometime soon. Hi, Blimblop. Hi, Amjam.
What is this?
Thing.
Do you know what this is?
We all know out.
So she kicked him as well. Oh no, the elephant doesn't speak. So,
Can you show me where the monkeys are?
and the elephant blew Granny into the monkey enclosure.
Welcome back to that's all for today. Thank you very much. It wasn't actually a lion, it was a wife of somebody, but the details aren't important.
Oh my gosh, look at this. There's so many cool boxes with lots of wires coming into them and going out of them. Can you tell me what this one does, please, Blimblop?
That one is the one that explodes the universe.
I'm so excited to hear more about Minecraft servers and stuff.
No sé. Vamos a ver otro. ¡Wow! ¡Qué chulo! Oh no.
You done? Is this it?
You have to clap. The cue is to clap.
I'm real sleepy now. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, Blimblop, I've been Amjam. Good night, everyone. Good night. And then the curtains fall. That's...
Granny landed on the floor and the monkey saw,
You're alright. Oh, you're a monkey?
Yeah,
This is awesome. This is just what I came for.
what do you want to do?
Just like to say hi. How did you guys swing on the trees?
So the monkey showed her how to swing on the trees, just like this. So Granny did it, but Granny fell. But she went out just like she would have wanted, doing what she loved. The end.
Thanks, Crow.
Gracias.
Wow, that was something.
You know, as someone that's known for writing stories, I think that was quite good.
So what, are you like Dr. Dolittle? Why are all the animals talking?
Well, they're puppets. Yeah, it was kind of
You're
pressure
done,
that-
man. You're done.
You're
You
welcome.
can go.
You're welcome.
You can go. You're
Muchas
done.
gracias.
What the fuck did I just watch? Thank you, Fulham.
I actually think that was the best thing I could have done because I'm not good at improv and you are.
Bye now.
Goodbye.
Bye, Ollie.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks so much.
I had no idea God did all those things. And we're back.
Wow.
Cinema.
Everything you saw was true.
All right. So why don't we start with you if you're making these bold claims?
Oh, sure.
Owen,
How
talk
do you
us
know
through-
God?
How do you know him personally?
Personally,
How do you know him?
for a long and extensive life of his teachings and memorizing scripture and then working for the church. So
Well-
I have these stories memorized, and as you could see, seamless. It bubbled up to the surface almost immediately.
And you immediately knew what to do.
Yeah, I also would like to ban one of the chatters who said God kind of sucks actually, because I don't mess with that. I don't mess with that.
Turn someone's life to salt.
My representation of him is not a valid and accurate one. It's not up to me for you to decide.
Oh, Chaz is banning him. Oh, production banned him.
Thanks, Chap. Thanks, Chaz.
Oh, brilliant.
Good.
So, talk me through your performance. How do you think it went? How do you feel?
beautifully.
How good do you think it was? Now you've seen the others.
Oh, you want me to commentate on the others?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
two
what
of them
we-
didn't even duck down for the first half of their performance.
Yeah, that was long.
If we're going to open this show just by throwing stones, I
Yeah,
figured
no,
that would
this
be a
whole
good-
show is
Oh, great, cool. Okay,
stones.
so usually as when you're a puppet, one of the main things that you want to do is not be just seen with your hand up the backside of the puppet. And Ollie only really clocked that about halfway through.
It was halfway through in the edit. It wasn't halfway through in real life.
No,
It was towards the last quarter.
that was like the last 5 minutes of his 17-minute stint.
17
Was it
minutes.
17 minutes?
He did a lot of thinking.
I'd like to unpack what your story was.
We're not talking about me,
No,
right?
he's
Well,
allowed to.
I mean,
Okay, well, if you don't want to state your case at all.
I assume this was a dialogue and we'd go back
No,
and
yeah,
forth.
you go back and forth.
Oh, okay, it's a dialogue.
But if you
Yeah,
wanted to-
yeah.
look at these storytellers. Like,
Well-
this is so unfair. I play These guys are doing dialogue already. I play Minecraft.
Drink your
How am I
drink.
going to do that? Okay,
Drink a
sorry.
drink. Have
sorry,
more, have
sorry.
more, have more
Sorry,
beer.
get
Have more
spit
beer.
out. Roll.
Yeah.
So what was
Um,
going on?
Bro, what were you trying to do?
What were you trying
what
to
what
do?
was it?
Did you not read the subtitles?
The camera's right in front of him. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a
Are
shame.
you serious?
I read.
Well,
like that.
explain the story.
So, it's a Spanish grandma.
Yeah.
Whatever your representation was false. Yeah, I spoke to her. She's Spanish. She's a Spanish
She's
old lady.
abuela.
Abuelita. Okay, la conozco bien.
Lo siento.
Abuelita. So she, she's empowered. She's just gone through a divorce late in life. She's trying to find empowerment. So she
Right.
goes to the safari to go to wildlife because her ex-husband didn't like wildlife. So
Did you do that in the show and it just didn't make the cut?
so she gets to safari.
I don't think it was
And she's looking through the different animals, but in the end, the lion gets the better of her because she didn't listen to the safety precautions.
This is
Don't
quite
climb
sad.
into the lion's
Multi-layered,
cage.
actually.
Don't tap the glass.
Well,
She
you said that the lion was out of the cage.
That
Also,
was
it's a
him.
safari.
Okay, all of you use animals, so
Yeah, let's talk about
saying.
that actually.
Yeah.
We
You're the
all
only one
used
that
the granny and we all used animals.
Very
and the
strange.
granny was
Very
the
good
main
choice,
part.
right?
But
Dude,
only I
The
understood.
granny was the cheapest puppet.
Wow.
Really?
Run
Yeah.
us through
Look,
your.
I mean, if you look at those two, you can clearly see Amjam and Blim Blam right
That
there.
is
they are main
Amjad and
characters,
Blim Blam.
yeah.
So
Wait, actually, on that topic, I'd like to say
Amjad,
something.
Blim Blam.
I think, for what I saw, we all came up with our stuff. You got a lot of Toby's input. You got a lot of Taskmaster's input.
okay,
for
let
yours.
me make it blatantly clear. I'm in a competition here with two people that love to play Dungeons and Dragons.
He's a puppet. He's a
Puppeteer,
puppeteer,
right?
Okay,
You
we gotta mention-
love lore and stories. This guy begs to be on the realm every day to do lore. I play Minecraft
You do.
every day.
Keep him humble.
All
Keep
I
him
do
humble.
is a keyboard mouse. I don't do this storytelling. I don't do what am I meant to do in that situation?
What do you
I
do when you
thought
play Minecraft? Can you just plot it out for us
He
real
just
quick?
does it really
So-
quickly. I don't think he enjoys it.
yeah, I start the world, kill the dragon,
That was a good.
next world.
Okay, but what's in it? So you got to start. You got to start the world, kill the dragon. What's like here? What are the steps?
Do you like?
Because
Are
it
you
sounds like a
actually
narrative
asking me
to
to? I'm not.
No! Talk to him about
I'm not
his
gonna
show,
make
not
it.
how to speedrun Minecraft.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a narrative
Look,
to me.
I
and he
wasn't gonna
knows how
write a
to-
story about the any game show or
Legitimately,
Minecraft movie.
If you had done it with it just speed running, but with puppets, you probably would have won this.
It would have been quite funny. There's a
I
purple
would've
one.
been
It could have
ready.
been.
Do you
could have
actually
been
want to
in the
know
dragon.
how long it took you to put on your shows?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I'd love to.
Owen, you did your entire show from entering the task to finishing the task in 92 seconds.
What? You got that much content out of 92 seconds?
I'll be honest. If I
I
was
think
paying,
almost his entire
Yeah.
92
if I
seconds
was
was in
paying
that.
for a puppet show, and I turn up and it's 92 seconds long, I'm asking for a refund.
That's fair. If I had sat through what you did, I would have also asked for a refund.
Well,
Yeah.
now let's talk about how long it took Ollie. Ollie, only took you 3 minutes 5 seconds.
Oh, but I do want to mention, when I got done, I remember distinctly Danny going, "Oh wow, it was only 3 minutes." I thought it was a lot longer.
Dude,
it felt a lot longer.
it felt. Yours felt
and
the
I heard
longest out of
both Aaron
anyone's.
and Toby agree.
Yeah. How do you feel you did, knowing that?
No, I think I did brilliantly.
I think
Dude,
you
it's
did
really
great.
hard to figure
Because
out
I
who did
don't
the
have
worst
any experience.
point
Because I don't have any experience of doing puppet shows before. You know, I feel like it could have been worse.
Well, me
Yeah.
neither.
Yeah, actually, 3 of the 4 people
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
table don't
actually,
have
to.
experience
It might
doing
have
puppet
been.
shows.
I didn't know Owen used to be a
Well,
puppeteer.
I'm not ganging up on him about it. I'm just saying, you know. we're all-
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Don't worry, there was other tasks that you guys shone in.
Thank you.
Fulham,
Oh.
it took you
A long time.
5 minutes.
And I didn't
Okay.
even write the story, bear in mind. I just made you
Made me
Speak.
You made me speak.
Can we, not to flip this on you, but why did you immediately, you were given an opportunity to info dump about your favorite thing.
That's what I
And you
thought.
spoke about the button that ended the what universe. You were like, that's the box that ends the universe. Why
That's
did your
actually
mind
in
go
the play
there?
hosting server.
That is a
Oh,
thing
that's
we
a
have
thing.
next
Oh,
door.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see the big red switch on the rack?
Yeah.
You flick that. No, don't. Well, come on. Remember your fiance's on this earth. You know, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of a
that
messed
was
up
a-
thing.
It
to
sounded
do.
like
That sounded
Thinly veiled
tentative.
threat. Okay,
sure
sorry,
about
carry on.
What do you mean?
Casual threat I've ever.
That wasn't a threat. I mean,
Remember
you're gonna
your
blow up the
fiancé.
universe. I'm trying to
Yeah,
convince
to
him to
be
not
fair.
blow up the
Threat is
universe.
quite
I
valid.
see. I see.
What about,
Yeah, how long did I take?
Oh, bro. Yours took 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
wow,
Okay.
it looked like it went on a lot longer.
There was a lot happening always.
Yeah.
You didn't dilly nor dally very much, I must admit.
No, I kind of just immediately squatted down, went, yes, this will happen.
This
and
is
then I
my
went
life
into it.
now.
And I don't know if this does injustice, but it wasn't the first one recorded. And during that, I guess you'll see that my English comprehension, so the whole bit of the day was you
Oh
going,
yeah, I should have
"Oh, I
mentioned I'm
understand."
randomizing the order.
Yeah. So that's why I said if you're going to keep making comments about my comprehension, is because I would misunderstand things and you'd go, English isn't your first language. So then I went,
I
okay,
did-
fuck you. You want me to do a puppet show? Don't understand it if you want me to speak correctly. Español. So that's why I
That
said
is-
Spanish. I
yeah.
didn't just go,
That's
let
fair.
me do a Spanish puppet show. That's why.
Yeah,
So-
I was making fun of you all day for misreading
You
the
was.
tasks.
It was.
Yeah.
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 So that's... Yeah.
So-
And also, abuelita was Spanish. So.
Let me make it clear. I'm the speedrunner and I did it the slowest out of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
great. I think that
It
really
speaks volumes about
yeah,
your... Yeah.
I think
And given that hasn't happened, Fulham, I'm giving you the point for being the worst.
that is good. Thank you. At least we'll get that one out the
They're
way.
the best. I'm really torn between you two for the point for who's best.
You three, you're Tom.
Oh no, yours was just flat out
like
mid,
it, I like
man.
it.
You're
I'm
just
so
mid.
sorry.
The one thing you don't want to be in this show is mid, and you were mid as fuck. I'm sorry.
I could like trade with him, and we could like.
Well, yeah, that's up to
I'm-
Fulham.
Want to trade?
What?
Trade what?
Points?
Yeah, like you can be like not the worst. I could be the worst.
Yeah, sure.
All right, give Fulham's point to Ollie. Done. All right.
You're not the worst.
I guess I'm not the worst.
Great, you're
That's,
mid as fuck now.
that's all right. I don't mind being mid.
All right.
At least it's not the worst.
All right. So now I have to pick between Spanish grandma and
I feel
things
like
God did.
Mine had, obviously, we don't see the full versions, but mine had like audience interaction. Like, do you know what this
Oh,
is? Like, I was
true.
making it interactive.
Oh, and do you have anything to say for
Yeah,
your
I
case?
guess which did you find yourself like engrossed in the most?
I did find things God did very funny, and you're like, well, now you're sold. And
We don't know if it's true.
in the Bible.
it's in the
However,
Bible. It's fact.
Have you read the
fact
I'm
Bible?
not reading all that. I'm not reading all that.
I
Respectfully.
fact checked the entire Bible.
So I just want to clarify, not to say that the Bible is true, but the story did happen. Like the story is in the Bible.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying you could have gone, this happened in the Bible, and then just did things that isn't
We,
in the
we
Bible.
wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't have
exactly.
known.
Production, can we get a check? What verse was that?
So if you
Which,
Good luck.
which verse was that?
if you type in woman,
Type in Google "woman turns to salt
salt
after
in
seeing
Bible."
burning city Bible." Can
Yeah.
can we
you
back
Google
the
that, please?
tap
I
that
don't know the
production real
exact
quick?
verse.
If it actually is in the Bible, I'll give you the point for this being the best.
Okay, thanks.
Why is the card reader just on the? That's fine.
Well, mine can't be fact checked because it's an authentic story.
Yeah, well,
not
do
an
Spanish
offensive.
grandmas exist?
See,
I never
I
heard
do.
of
They
it.
have.
They
yeah.
do. They
A
do.
woman burning city Bible. Does she turn to salt? Does she turn to salt, Chaz?
You haven't typed
Oh,
in
shit, turn to salt.
You have to say the turns to salt. Lot's white.
Lot's
That's
what?
her.
It's in the Bible. It's
Turn into a pillar
real.
of salt for looking back to see the destruction of Sodom.
Wow.
All right, Owen gets the point for being the best.
Thank you.
Easy. And now finally, chat, it's your turn to vote. Out of the four of these, who do you think put the most effort in?
Oh, cool.
So please, talk amongst yourselves while the people vote.
It's Women's History Month, and she's a recently divorced old woman trying to find independence in the world. Remember that.
None of us can say anything now.
Yeah,
Remember
no.
that.
Yeah. God, Chaz types fast.
However, if you like monkeys, mine had monkeys and a swinging on the monkey bars.
You already got.
I
you already
like
just
that
yonked a
bit.
point.
Yeah, no, I
like
gave
that.
you my point. Like, let's
over
be,
there.
I've never really had anyone on the show switch points before, so
okay.
that
That
just
was crazy.
happened.
I'm more
Sometimes-
surprised than you, to be honest.
sometimes
Drop
you have to
Chat,
be generous.
remember, you're voting on who you think put the most effort
Can I see
in.
the drop down of the...
Oh,
No,
Oh,
don't
sorry,
give
never
him
mind,
that.
Chaz. I don't want to see it.
well, I flicked through different puppets.
So did we
So
all.
did-
Everyone did that. Except for Fulham.
No, I
All
didn't.
of
I
them.
had
Yeah,
just two
used
puppets.
Blip,
Yeah,
Blap,
that's
and
why I
Kim Jam.
figured it was.
Kim
worth it.
Jam and
Unique
Blip
puppets.
Blop.
You guys all use the same puppets.
True,
so-
unique
You didn't
This is
even
a very
puppets.
valid
name
point.
them.
Amjam and Blim Blam. If you don't remember their
No,
names, then
Tubbo
you gotta put
did.
some respect
Tubbo
on
named
that.
Tubbo
one.
did name one
Oh,
of
he
them.
did.
Tubbo named one of them.
he
And
named
then
the
you
one that
just-
was after him.
And then you
That's
just
okay.
removed the B from one of them, so it was Amjam instead of
No, where's the J come from? Huh?
silent in the
Oh,
first one.
okay, sorry.
Silent
It's
J.
like it's Dutch.
I'm
Bliam
not gonna lie, I
Blam.
really did enjoy your puppet shows. Crows was very funny because of like the I'm tweaking, like repeatedly was said.
I did say it a lot.
You said
Well,
I'm
I did it in Spanish, which is pretty effort.
We
I
can't
wish-
do that. It's just not something
Hey,
we have.
that-
at our-
Surely that's less.
You
effort.
paid for your
That's
stuff.
your
I'm not
first
pandering.
language.
What?
Is Spanish your first language?
It's a lifelong debate. What's my first language? What am I really? We don't know.
Who are
You
you?
want points for English
Yeah.
not being your first language?
No, if it's effort, I went through the effort of speaking a different language.
True.
Yeah, but
And
it's your,
helping with
it's
the
your mother
subtitling.
tongue. It's your mother tongue.
And helping with the
English is-
subtitling.
I helped with the subtitles.
Oh, okay, that is high effort.
The editor
Okay.
doesn't
Respect,
speak Spanish.
respect.
Fair enough. That's fair.
I didn't want to say that early on because that felt too beggy.
But now that you didn't win the point, you're like, I will do anything
now I'm
for
like,
1
you know
point.
what? Fine, but the poll's been up for long enough. I can't see it.
It's coming.
Is Crow
Ooh.
real?
Oh!
Oh, that's
Oh,
huge. That's
there
a
you
lot.
are. You
Ah,
won.
thanks, chat.
Point
Did I
to
say
Crow.
80%?
Yeah, that looks like
80%.
80%.
84, but dude,
I
you,
believe that would be
you really
so
begged for that.
happy.
I got more votes than you. That's all I care about.
Gonna go my game show, but
Yeah,
don't
that's
play
fair.
the game.
Hey, the game show isn't about playing the game, it's
Well,
about winning the game.
Somehow, the person who got the point first is now got no
Yeah, it's
points out
okay.
of all of us. Okay.
I don't think the game show's about winning the game.
That's
Wow,
quite
you got a
literally what game
completely
show is.
different
That is-
memo to us.
No,
Game
no, no,
show
I
is
lied.
about
I just wanted to give you guys a chance.
having
The next
Presumably
three
you
are
didn't
all
tell
mine.
him about the cash prize.
Okay. Can I go to the bathroom while this happens?
What?
It's over.
It's over.
just
We're done.
finished.
We're
So
done.
keep doing it.
So,
Oh, grr. I
Oh.
love having no points.
oh, Crow didn't think to piss before the start of the show.
Deduct 1 point.
Ooh.
I mean, what, for tardiness? Deduct a point for tardiness.
Are these
Hey,
like
sorry,
Pop
they
pods.
were late.
we were not late?
You
we got
guys
here.
were speedrunning
You were late.
Minecraft.
We bought you guys time.
No, I got here. Chaz, did I not get
I'd like
here?
to say that Fulham died, and that's why we were late.
I died in
like
the
the record
speed
show
run.
that Fulham
That's-
died.
Okay, I'm already losing, man. I can't go down any more
But
points.
you were winning. That's your fault. You gotta lock in for us. I'm not here. You gotta lock in.
Chaz, did
Do
I
you want
get
me to
here
win?
bang on 8?
Okay, fine. It's fine.
Did
I
I
got
get
it
here
back.
bang on 8, Chaz?
Bang on.
Bang on.
That does make sense for you.
That does.
20-0-0.
That does.
They don't call him Owen Punctual for nothing.
They don't call me that.
They don't call you that.
Wait, they don't call
But they
you
should,
that?
because
They
I
should.
am always on time.
I always say you're punctual.
Thank you.
Does
please
that not
do.
count?
Oh, you say it.
Yeah.
You're the one that's been
I
saying
call
it.
you Owen
Oh,
Punctual.
thank you. I'm punctual. Please don't dox me.
Or-
Goodness.
Is that the middle name or
Isn't your
the
last
surname?
name already
Yeah, middle
out
and
there?
last.
Isn't it all already out there?
Well, I try not to say it anyway, even though it is.
Oh, well, I'm Tobias James Smith. I was born in Chichester
Oh,
General Hospital. My
Dude.
postcode's PO21. I went to school in Chichester Free School for special educational needs. In my GCSEs, I got an A star in product design.
Crow's
A
back.
star
Would you look at that?
Oh, Crow, you're back.
Good.
Right.
was that?
And now, Crow, since you felt the need to, humiliate us around
Yeah,
the table, we're now going to play the most humiliating task next. Let's see how many grapes you can shove in your mouth.
Oh, this is huge.
This one.
Fulham, come on in. Oh, you're shaking. Oh, we're formal now, are we? All right, Crowfang of KFA.
Hey,
Get in
man.
here. Hey.
There's grapes.
I have a task. Do you mind if I read this?
Oh, well, honestly, it would make my day if you did.
Your task is to...
Your task is to conceal.
As many grapes as possible.
You can only use your hands and your mouth for this challenge.
Your time starts now. Conceal.
Don't
Such a
feel,
weird
don't
word.
let them
All right,
know.
this is cool.
I can only use my hands and my mouth. They don't call me throat goat for nothing. Look away, it's gonna get ugly. Look away. No,
We're gonna separate them all. I'm just.
2, 3.
No, these are going in the
4.
mouth first.
Oh, what?
Is this the right thing to do?
1. It makes sense to start with the mouth, no? Don't laugh at that. Noticing the wording, you can only use your hands and your mouth for this challenge, which doesn't mean I have to conceal them in my hands. I can just use my hands to conceal them.
Mm-hmm.
Noticing, looking into this.
Conceal as many grapes as possible.
Let's go. Come on,
Let's
then.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh.
Let's go.
Well, I'll be down here.
See you in a bit.
1,
You should
2,
start eating them.
9, 10.
I don't really fancy eating grapes right now.
Luckily, the task doesn't say eat as many grapes as possible.
I like grapes.
You had a minute, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Let's have another one together.
Another minute.
Another minute together.
Now it says your time starts now, so I'm assuming that this is somewhat time-based, but also if I make the most of them disappear.
So we did kind of just hijack my cameraman.
Spheres are actually the least efficient packing method. You know what the most efficient packing method is? Liquid.
18.
I'm eating the whole 2 boxes.
Time's ticking. Boy, you're a speedrunner.
I should be doing multiple at once.
Speedrunner, slow eater, man.
I'm learning the tech now. You've got to eat multiple at
The
once.
tag.
Conceal means hide, right? I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
Hide from who? The
Me.
world. From you?
From me. If I see the grapes, you're done.
Really? Okay,
Yep.
close your eyes. Right, I'm done.
I don't believe you.
No.
Is there a bowl anywhere?
I don't understand you. Don't show.
Tearing them
I'm
off
not
with
doing
chewing.
the freaking, what's it?
So I can get 5.
Heimlich, yeah. Aaron will do it. He's strong enough to lick you, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Heimlich. Grapes, man. Grapes.
This is a good place to hide things. Which is, wait, what's that?
I'm sure it's going fine.
Right, so firstly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
25, 26. That seems pretty concealed. Keep going.
Now I
man.
think I've got a good enough advantage. I wonder if I can just conceal some in my hands and then finish off the whole punnet.
Oh, I didn't use my hands. I put those in there with my hands.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Yeah? More? No, no more grapes. More grapes? Oh, more grapes.
Oh, look, tiny grape. Holy, that counts, right?
A grape's a grape, my friend. A grape is a grape.
Doesn't matter how big or small. Okay.
Depends on the application of said grape.
Now look away. Well, close your eyes, close your eyes.
What are you doing, man?
Wait, where'd the grapes go? I needed those.
They seem concealed. I hope he's not being too overzealous with the task.
The more I can fit in my hands, the less I have to fit in my mouth. And that's a motto I live and die by.
God, wherever could the
Where are the grapes?
You done?
Well, there's no grapes for me to conceal, so.
Right. Thank you, Crow.
I feel like these probably aren't concealed. I'm kind of just holding them.
No, those are not concealed.
Okay.
How many grapes can one man eat?
Problem is I've got windows in my fingers. You can see the light through them. So it's always been an issue when I've been trying to conceal grapes throughout my life. So that's as many as I can fit in my hands. Good. And now I've got to squish a bunch of grapes.
You know how, I'm just going to read the thing again to you. You can only use your hands and your mouth for this challenge.
I feel like I've been taking them with my hands and putting them into my mouth. That's okay.
Nowhere on this card does it say stomach.
A fork would be good, a potato masher would be better, or a very heavy block. You guys having a good day? Now, is my mouth that big?
I just want to say to the audience, English isn't its first
What?
language.
Stop saying this!
So
No, you need to be really careful with the wording if that's wrong.
Your task is to conceal as many grapes as possible. You can only use your hands and your mouth for this challenge. You know
I
what?
used my hands to conceal the grape.
I watched you pour those grapes in that box, but that's okay.
And then I touched them with my hands. So I touched them.
You
If you
can
ask those grapes, they were touched.
use your hands. I fear that is a cardboard box. Oh, he's not chewing anymore.
I definitely think they count, but
I think we'll let everyone decide on the show. I hope he understood the assignment.
Can you fit a pint's worth of grapes in your mouth? That's the question that we're about to answer today. And before we do, let's just quickly check. I may have overestimated the size of my mouth.
You've had 4 minutes, by the way.
Syntaxis. I was good at syntaxis. For this challenge, the challenge conceal as many grapes as possible.
Right.
Doing it by using only your hands and your mouth.
That is a cardboard box.
Yeah. You don't get it. You don't get
You're
it.
done.
Nobody
You're
gets
done.
it. Slash poll.
Slash poll. Mm. 8 minutes. He's at 8 minutes. You done? Thanks, Owen. Oh, what has happened? Why did you just sigh? Thanks, Fulham. Bye, Crow. Done. Thank you, Ollie. You're done now. You can go. Right.
Yeah, there's no reason.
There's a lot to unpack there.
I think I won.
Of course you do.
yeah,
Right.
everyone thinks that they won.
No, I don't think I won.
Which part of the bullshit would you like to start with first? Would you like to start with?
Can we start with Ollie?
There was
I think
no
he's
bullshit
the
with
only
mine.
one that like.
That is.
I followed
did
it
the
to the
task.
card.
Which bit of bullshit would you like to start with first? We can start with you eating the grapes and you putting them in a cardboard box.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's start that.
I'm excited to hear this.
Okay.
Right.
I wish we should have the tasks like here because I'm going to try and remember this verbatim. It's basically your task is to hide conceal the grapes using
Conceal
only
as many grapes as possible.
as many grapes as possible. This is why I wish I had it verbatim. Using your hands.
Using only
only
your hands and your mouth.
That doesn't mean hide them in your hands or mouth, which is what you guys did.
No,
you did.
conceal them only using your hands and mouth. You concealed them using a fucking cardboard box.
Okay, get this. I used my hands to conceal them, which is basically that is exactly.
But you
what
didn't
it said.
only use your hands. You also used the cardboard box.
May I?
Go ahead.
Go.
So even if we allot you the very, very generous stipulation of the box being allowed, you still used a bowl to pour those grapes into.
Yeah, and then I touched them because
No,
I was like,
who cares
I'm
if
gonna
you
get caught
touch
out
them?
by
What does that
so I'm
matter?
gonna touch them.
It just,
no, because I knew this would
jimmy
happen. That's why I jimmied my hands.
But it doesn't
a bit.
matter. It already we have like moved off of sensibility of you allowing to. If I'd known that, I would have just taken the 2 punnets and just thrown them out the window. Like, what does it matter?
I mean,
At that
being
point.
honest, you used a glass.
This is a very good point.
Ooh,
Are you allowed to use
used a
objects?
lot. Because if I'm not allowed
To be
hide
fair,
them,
I did
But-
only use my hands and my
And your stomach.
mouth. Just because my mouth is connected
Hey
to my
guys,
stomach
I
doesn't mean
only
it's the
used my
same thing.
hands
We'll get
in
to
my
you in a
mouth.
second.
Hey, you're not part of this right now.
My bad, okay.
Okay, so you as the
Right.
Twitch master need
Here-
to decide at which point do you draw
Here's
that
what I'm
line.
thinking. It was to conceal grapes, only use your hands and your mouth. You didn't conceal them with the glass, you merely crushed them in a glass, which isn't...
Wait, say that again.
So, you only concealed the grapes using your hands and your mouth. However, you crushed them not using your hands and your mouth.
Okay, if he only used his hands and mouth, so did I. Because he used his hands to put them inside, I don't know, a bowl and then crush them. So he's already put them in a bowl. He's crushed them, then
But
put
he
them in a
didn't
However,
glass.
he didn't
Conceal them.
conceal it with them. He then transferred
then-
it back to his mouth
Yeah.
and hands.
Hand. You put them in a box.
You
and then put the
concealed
box
them
somewhere
in a
else.
box. You didn't use
I
the
see
box
the
to
difference.
conceal them in your hands
I
and
still
mouth.
stand by my point, but I understand why the wording is different now.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so
But I stand by my ball.
let's move on to
No,
this.
no,
situation.
Owen, I've got more questions.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
go ahead.
Okay. No one has ever run out of the room on a task. Can you let me know what was going through your mind?
Yeah, okay, so spheres are the least efficient packing method, and like I mentioned, liquid is the best, although you're right, hexagons technically on a 2D plane would be even more efficient. Sadly, my mouth is a 3-dimensional space. I never quite say that.
Sadly, my mouth is a 3-dimensional space.
So I thought, hey, what if I just filled every empty crevice of my mouth with liquid? Turns out, it's really difficult to do that. I actually think I would have been a much more efficient if I had just cut the grapes in half and done that, because the liquid was hitting the gag reflex pretty much every second.
Yeah.
Production saved you such a
I know, that was
horrid
some
experience.
horrific
Yeah,
scenes
I had
in
the
that.
same.
I had to spoon the grape mixture into
Why
my
don't I
mouth,
understand
and there was a lot of
I feel like
noises
I feel
going
like
on.
you would have got more grapes if you had just kept the grapes together, because it would have like stretched your twitch.
Yes, yeah, I did also think that the pressure of the grapes pushing against each other would have caused
liquid pressure to stretch it out.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely right. So the idea did fail. I don't know how many grapes I managed to.
Oh, I do.
Okay, good.
Wait, did you finish the pint glass?
So I didn't finish the pint glass, but
We
Danny
took a
went
percentage
and
of it.
counted all of the grapes that I
Left.
spat out and the ones that were left.
But they were crushed up. How can you count them?
Counted the
Danny
skins.
She took it by volume and skins.
Wow. Okay, valid. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Shout
thank
out
you,
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny.
So-
I think it's Danny.
Danny needs a raise, is what I'm getting from this. Can we give the point to Danny?
I did repeatedly say, please stop, you don't have to do that, I'll just lose. And she was like, no, I have to, because Toby will want to know. And then...
Yeah.
You're an evil man. You're an evil
Right, I went to the photo.
Yeah, what was that
You
about?
sat there and, by the way, ate 2 punnets of grapes
Okay.
before starting.
Right, let me... before starting?
Punnets!
Okay, time started now. I used my hands and my mouth.
Yeah. So
And
they were
you
in,
can-
Then they were
they
concealed.
were in your mouth by the end of the task then, presumably.
And they weren't
I mean,
in
my
your
mouth's
stomach.
connected to my... This is a really long mouth.
Well, then your arsehole is also your mouth in that case.
Yeah, I mean, he does
I
speak
do
out of
touch
his
it
ass a
quite
lot,
frequently,
yeah.
to be fair. It does kind of track. But bear in mind, let me make it clear. I did that assuming, okay, you know what? Someone's going to kick up a fuss about this because technically I might have used my stomach. Let me make it clear. How does one use their stomach?
By
I used
digesting.
my hand and my mouth. Those were the only 2 things that I used. But just in case someone in the room goes, actually, this is not your mouth, it's your stomach. I then went and did the task in the kind of Ollie Hikey hate me method of just shoveling grapes into my mouth.
How does fill up a minus
But
1
it
point?
was too late by then.
Yeah, as soon as you ate that first grape,
It was
it was over.
too
You were
late.
disqualified.
I don't think I was disqualified. I think every grape should count in that. And if not, then this is a travesty. Bear in mind, I gave up my point in round 1. I'm being the most generous person
Chat
here.
might reward
And
you
if
for that.
nothing else,
You did
I think I did
self-report a little,
eat
though.
2 punnets of grapes for this challenge. And if
However,
that's not effort,
if that was
I
a
don't know what
challenge,
is.
The challenge was eat the most
I think
grapes.
the effort point is a bit stolen. You did make a smoothie.
What's up?
Yeah.
So?
You
It doesn't
could've
say you
just
can't
eaten
do
this by
anything.
It
making-
doesn't say you can't manipulate
I
the
didn't swallow any
grapes.
of
You
it.
just have to conceal them. only
by the
when
way,
it's
I'm
like-
saying effort. I'm saying effort.
Oh, I see. I thought you were
He was
saying
saying
that.
like I think an effort point, but you guys.
I ate 2 punnets of grapes.
I'm not measuring
bro.
effort.
Two is
I'm not
quite-
measuring effort.
You could have lied to us,
But
though.
thank you.
You could have just said,
No,
well, they're in my mouth.
it was 2 punnets of grapes.
Yeah, there's nothing
He's not
stopping you
lying
just
about
going,
that.
oh, they're in my mouth.
No,
You can't
I
see them.
believe that you did eat the.
This whole
I
challenge,
concealed all of the grapes. by
6
the way.
punnets of grapes were consumed this entire challenge.
I have a question
didn't
for the
eat
Taskmaster.
any
Yes,
of them.
go.
Does the worst attempt count people who cheat? Yeah, really?
Oh, really?
So you can get disqualified from the entire
And
thing
still
for
be
breaking
the
rules
worst.
and still be the
Oh.
worst. Wow. Okay. Dang, that
Like,
changed.
imagine
I
if
did
you
the
You're not
worst
saying I'm
both
a
times
cheater.
and still be on 0
Okay,
points.
I don't know how more specifically to explain this. If you took 100 people and gave them that task, none of them would think that you would be allowed to use a box after reading that rules. No one would think, oh, just.
It is
And
a
then-
only.
Surprisingly, we did 4 different methods
I
on like the
used
most
my hands.
clear
Mine's the
cut,
only legitimate one.
obvious
Just
In
wanna-
task.
your hands, not in your hands, or not
Using
in
your hands or your mouth.
I used my hands on my
And
mouth.
the box! No one is upset that you used your hands and mouth. No one is questioning that you used your hands and mouth. It's
You're
the
saying
box.
I used my stomach. So, like, let's be so obvious here.
I promised
Is the
myself I
stomach just
wouldn't
a
get like
box
this.
At the end of the day?
My stomach is a cardboard box.
I think,
I know my truth.
and it's totally. I'm not the
I know my
taskmaster, so Twitch master, so I don't get to decide this. But Ollie is the only person in this entire
Thank
game
you.
who actually did what Toby set out to do. I think I didn't break any rules, but I certainly didn't do it very efficiently. And you two did something that was completely out of the. I
think
you
that's
just ate grapes, Fulham. Hey, what is it?
Right down!
Sorry.
I had a great time. It was
We're gonna
beautiful.
go
3
over-
grapes. I get nothing else from this. I got 3 grapes. It was
We're gonna
beautiful.
go over to Ollie now, and I'd like everyone just to give Ollie a round of applause.
Well done, Ollie.
You guys. It was very humbling too, because afterwards I got given a bowl and a very, very full. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah, they were. It was there
out, but like out to the point where it's like fully expanded. I can't move my mouth, so I'm just kind of having to dribble out into a
Yeah.
bowl. Just,
Oh, ew.
It was
20, 30
a
grapes.
humbling.
No.
Well, would
It
you
was-
like to know how many grapes you consume?
Yes,
I would love to.
Right. Well, actually, we'll do times first. Fulham, you spent 4.5 minutes exactly on the task.
I ate 2 punnets of grapes in 4.5 minutes.
That's
by the
gotta
way.
be.
Yeah, and if that was the task.
That's a new world
That's
record.
a
Ollie,
Someone, hello?
you spent 2 minutes 50 on the task.
Wow, that's really efficient.
Crow, you spent 2 minutes 58 on the task. 2 minutes of that arguing with me. There's a little note for that.
No regrets.
Owen,
Yeah,
you spent 8 minutes 29 seconds on the task.
yeah, that makes sense.
Now on to how many grapes you've consumed. This task made me way sadder than it was supposed to.
Why?
Starting off with Fulham. You only,
no.
even though you ate 2 punnets of grapes, you only.
Did you not even get the most?
I probably didn't, but it's only because they counted what I spat out at the end.
managed to consume 26 grapes.
We don't know. We don't know if that's a lot.
I
or
think
not.
I spat
a lot,
out.
to
Yeah,
be
like
fair.
I
That's
spat
the
out
lowest
quite a
amount of
few-
grapes consumed.
Okay, never
okay.
mind.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Mine were concealed.
Stop it.
I'm so glad we
Yeah,
established
And
that
we
my
also
grapes
didn't count
were
the fact that it
concealed.
was like 2 punnets and 26, but you know,
No one's
that's okay.
no one's arguing that your grapes could be seen. They could not be seen because they were in a box.
They were just not correctly concealed.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
You concealed 33 grapes.
33.
Respect.
Where I say you concealed them so legitimately.
Well done.
Thank you.
33 legitimate
Well done.
grapes.
Painstakingly.
None of your grapes were DQ'd. None of your grapes.
That's really impressive, Ollie.
Owen,
Yeah.
through your method,
Yeah.
you concealed 45 grapes.
Okay. It kind of worked.
So you actually did conceal the most legitimate grapes.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
And
The
Crow,
word legitimate, and that makes me very worried. But
Bro.
you continue.
you concealed
All of them.
All of them.
65 illegitimate grapes.
No, well, they were there. They were
There was
legitimate
only
grapes.
65
Sorry,
grapes in
what's
those
a-
punnets.
What's a legitimate grape, by the way?
A grape that's concealed by your hands and your mouth, not a box.
I used my hands to conceal them.
You're so dense, it's pissing me off. Yeah, Fulham, you can
on Twitchmaster, by the way. It's
you
working.
you concealed
It's
about
working.
70 illegitimate grapes.
70
You ate
grapes?
70 grapes before you decided to swap.
How much time
That's more grapes than you managed to.
You managed to throw them. You hid them in a box, and I hid more in my mouth.
Well,
My mouth. Okay. Let alone the 26 that actually
look at
fit in
me.
my mouth
Don't look- I
as
don't know why
well.
you're looking at me.
I just can't believe you ate 70 grapes in 4.5 minutes.
Wait, so the ones that went in your stomach
The
were
mouth?
They didn't count.
illegitimate.
They were
But
illegitimate.
the ones that are in your mouth. No, there's the ones in your stomach, then there's the ones in your mouth.
The ones
in
in your
your
stomach,
After how many?
the
This
one,
is me just clearing this up. The ones in your stomach were illegitimate. The ones that
Yes.
you were holding in your mouth were legitimate.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
why he had 28.
I disagree with
26.
this ruling.
Well, me too.
Yeah, otherwise you would have been at 96 grapes, pal, sure.
Hey, impressive, fella.
You certainly wasted a lot of grapes.
Wasted? I ate them all.
Okay.
You blended them into a smoothie and then spat them out. I didn't use food waste.
This is a very good
Just
point.
saying.
True.
Extra points.
Right. I'm gonna give my point for who was the best to Ollie.
Okay, that's
I feel like-
that's fair.
I feel like
he
yeah,
did. He
most
did.
bad,
The
yeah,
okay.
Not
All right.
look, not the most grapes, but fastest time and most legitimate grapes.
No,
yeah, I
fair
think
enough.
that's a fair enough.
No, not
I-
most
I
legitimate
think-
grapes.
I don't
but
think
mo-
anyone can complain about Ollie.
You had
No,
the
I
highest grape per minute rate.
Oh, there you go. That's a great measurement.
Yeah, grapes per minute. You had
Grapes
the
per minute.
grapes
Okay,
per
yeah, fair
minute.
measure.
You had the most.
Apart from if you count me eating.
And oh my god, who could I pop?
I didn't get a single legitimate grape.
Yeah.
It's been the flip.
is
Oh, no, guys, I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
insane.
Yeah. No, Crow, you are undeniably the worst
Thank
at
you.
this challenge.
Thank you.
I can't believe those that get disqualified get points. I mean, you're the Twitch master though, so it's not up to me.
Why did I give Ollie my point?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry about that.
And now it's time for the mid-off. So it's chat. It's time for you to vote for who you think put the most effort in.
70 grapes.
Hold up.
I can't lie. 70 grapes is...
70 grapes
70
in
grapes
4.5
crazy.
minutes.
Oh dear.
Probably less than that because you also like in that 4.5 minutes shoved them in your mouth and your hands.
Yeah.
For someone with such big hands, I thought you would have concealed more grapes in there, but you didn't actually.
I have massive hands.
Show us your like clasping capabilities.
I did 2 hands.
You did 2 hands.
I
not-
think that
that is
that's the matter. Yeah,
That's more than you could probably fit in your
that
mouth.
tech hadn't been released yet. No, it
No, we
That
it was in the
tech
newer
was-
update.
that
You,
tech
I
was
saw
private.
you in the video holding 2 grapes and going, oh, you can see the grapes. And you didn't have the option
Actually, at one
to do
point,
that.
I read it wrong. So at one point, you can see it briefly in the video. I just have a mouthful of grapes, so I can't talk at all. But I'm like, hold on. And I just pick up the thing of grapes and I go, and they're like, what? Yeah, they're grapes, Ollie. And I'm like, And it takes them about 2 minutes. They're like, oh, no, you have to conceal the grapes. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
And then I put more grapes in my mouth, which I don't know why I did, but I did.
That was a really rewarding challenge.
By the way, mushed up grapes have a
me.
dreadful texture.
I was going to say
They
that.
do.
Yeah.
I
If
can't
you're
believe-
not blending, if
I
you're
can't believe
yeah.
you put the skins in there. I would have.
Well, that's part of the grape.
I know, but like I thought you would have
Imagine
argued.
if I'd hadn't, and then they'd started being like, "That's not the whole grape."
That's
Be
not
another
wrong.
banana incident.
Oh god,
Sorry?
I don't want to know.
you don't want to know about the
yeah.
banana incident.
Okay.
Is the poll up?
The polls.
End it! End the poll.
that
Oh,
was
Chaz,
cool.
restart the
That was
speaker.
cool.
We should have.
Owen! You got the
Owen.
point.
Oh, hey,
Nice
thanks,
effort.
chat. Thank you.
Oh god, Fulham, what's happening?
I honestly
Best
thought I'd win that one. Being honest with you, I thought I'd at
win
least
that.
get the effort point.
you need to set the mode on the
Sorry,
speaker to
make
org.
a smoothie.
You did something that people do to survive. Like it's just a
Not
normal.
70.
People eat 70 grapes in 4 minutes to survive.
You went on your lunch break.
You can probably get wine drunk off 70 grapes.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been why I ate 70 grapes.
All right. Well,
Stop traumatizing.
oh my god, there's, dude. I'm not sure I'm recovered to go into the next task.
What is the next?
Next up, we're gonna do the weird one. This one is testing your balancing abilities.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to see what they do to Weetabix. Roll it. The task is to shove this up your ass. Oh, that was on camera. Come in, Lewis Fulham. Welcome. Crow, come on in.
Hey, man.
Ollie, come on in.
What is that?
Your task is to do with the 3 items before you.
jelly, a Twiggler, and a Weetabix. You can eat one, throw one, and balance one on a pole.
Your time starts now. Okay.
Whoa!
A Twiglet is crazy, by the way. I hate this country. Can I throw it at you? The one I can throw?
I guess.
Well, I'm gonna eat the jelly. Hold on. Oh wait, no, that's so balanced.
Can I take apart the pole?
You can do whatever you want.
Are you gonna be mad I'm gonna get crumbs all over your office?
Why have you just put it on the floor?
Because I'm balancing it on the pole. It's still on the pole. Is that not part of the pole?
Mate, that's clearly the base.
Of the pole.
What about that is pole-like?
Okay, this is a lot harder than I imagined. Oh! Okay, it can balance.
I think that's a pole, so... Ugh.
Do I have to physically... That throws, right?
No.
Your first instinct is to destroy the pole. Got it.
I'm almost certain that these are the type of things can come undone.
Well, I don't want to throw this, but I am done.
No, you're quite literally not.
What if I have a mouthful of jelly whilst I balance that? That seems time efficient.
No, I'm determined to. No, I'm in. Okay, that didn't work. Let me see if I can do this. I believe. Oh, there you go. Good.
Oh, very good.
All right.
Oh! You're just mad that I figured it out in 10 seconds. It's gonna work. Okay, now I'm done. Oh, wow.
And then eat one. There's gelatin in this. If I had a penny for every time I put my vegetarianism on a Tubbophone, I'd have 2 pennies.
No, Owen, no. Do you honestly think you're done?
What about you, viewers at home? Do you think I'm done?
All right, out. Genuinely the most pathetic task attempt I've ever seen. I'll say because you're vegetarian, you've eaten enough.
Oh,
no. Okay. Thank you, Ollie. Oh, you've done great. Bye now. And that's it. You're done.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Did I do it?
You can go.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was a quick task, wasn't it? What a shit task. Who came up with that?
Oh, I like that one.
No, that was a fun one.
Did you eat all the jelly? You promise?
He did.
Not
It
just
looked
one
like there
bite?
was some jelly still on the table at the end of that.
I mean, if you want to like double
That
down,
big.
I mean,
No, don't do it again because it actually sucks. No,
I'll
Ollie.
do it to prove a point.
No, because if you do it, then I have to do it again.
no, it's
no,
not gelatin in it, Owen.
Ollie, don't do this to me, please. Ollie, I'm begging you.
Wait,
I mean,
can
you don't have to do it.
No, Ollie, I don't want
Well,
you
no,
to.
because then it wouldn't prove that I've not eaten the whole
Why
thing.
does it look like that?
It's jelly.
Yeah, I think
cube,
what you're
right?
actually meant to do is you're actually
boil it.
You're
meant
meant to put it with boiling water.
Yeah.
This
Ollie,
is like hyper-condensed jelly.
No, Owen.
Jello.
Has to eat
For
all
You
the
don't have
Americans.
to.
He
This is
did
on
eat
you.
all the jelly. You both ate all the jelly.
What the fuck is going? What's wrong with
do you
you
like
people?
this?
What
I
are
had to
those?
prove a point.
Why
but
are they-
no.
No, I have to do it.
You don't have to do it.
I hate you, Ollie. I had a lot of respect for you for eating the jelly, and now I have no respect for you for eating the second one.
So we're
It
just.
surprisingly takes
These guys
less
are
jelly.
really, really yearning for the effort vote. They're putting in effort now. Like, come on.
Be honest with what you did.
What did I do?
You asked to be better.
I
You-
ate the smallest object. I balanced the most flat object, and I threw the object that would make the least mess. Because I respect the Tubbo
Thank
office,
you,
and I balanced it within like it was like 3 seconds.
That was
man, I
way
tell
well
you.
In
balanced.
retrospect, the Twiglet would have probably been the better thing to eat.
It's
But I just
like
don't like
this
Marmite.
big.
I just don't like Marmite, so I just...
Bro, it's this big. If you
I
don't
like
like
jelly
Marmite,
more.
suck it up, man.
I never
Like,
had a
very
Twiglet.
Can
I
I have
hated
some
it.
of the
As you saw.
jelly?
Well, I got to prove that I'm eating a whole cube.
No, I can't give you any of the jelly.
Oh.
Well,
It looks yum.
you said
Yeah, that's
balance on the
unpack what
pole,
you did.
blah 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 blah. The pole
so
had a
strong.
platform that's still the pole, so I just put it on there, and then he was like,
Okay.
and then I put it at the top, which is what everyone else did. I ate the Twiglet, and I would like to be really transparent right now. The reason I did not throw the Weetabix is because the idea of making that much of a mess, I would not do for
Why
a
didn't you like
point.
throw it up and catch it? Or
It was
something?
quite hard
did
to
I
I had
balance.
to like throw
They
it.
didn't
Did I
actually- you
immediately
could've
come
thrown
in
it
up?
quarter.
Was I in after you and then threw the Weetabix at the wall?
Yeah, I heard a thud, and then I went, "Oh my god, he's just lobbied the Weetabix."
So if you go back in the VOD, at the very beginning you'll see somebody sweeping up the Weetabix. That was the Weetabix. It didn't make it into the
Oh,
final
you have to
cut.
eat that now, and it dropped on the table.
Oh, mate, that's where Tubbo
it's
sits with the
That's where I sit. Yeah, that's my
no.
seat. It's got my gunk on that bit of the table.
But everything else I did do. I ate the Twiglet.
Oh
it was
no, I
great,
want to talk a
tried
little bit
Twiglet.
more about the base of the pole.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't finish with it.
No,
there.
no, I know. I just want to know, like, when I said to balance on the pole, why did you think putting it on the base, was it balanced?
Still the pole.
But
It's
was it
It's
balanced?
on the floor. By the way, this isn't where the task ended, so I feel like
No, it doesn't matter. I
it's
just
gonna
wanted to
paint
talk.
me in a light where I'm stupid and failed the task. You're
Well,
gonna
you
keep
didn't
going
fail
on
the
about me
task.
putting it in the wrong place, despite it not ending up there in the end.
Don't worry, you weren't the slowest. It's
No one's
okay.
painting you like anything, mate.
Your actions paint you this way.
I'm on guard.
The Weetabix was harder to balance
Beware
than I
the crow
anticipated,
pack.
to be completely honest. It looked like it'd be the easiest object to balance.
I really regret not balancing the jelly. Because it
was
clearly feels the easiest to balance of the three, and
But dry Weetabix
Tell
takes a
me,
lot to
you took
eat.
single digits. There's no way you took more than 10 seconds to do what you.
I think you.
Oh no, I definitely did.
Huh?
I definitely did. I think the edit painted me in a very forgiving light.
It looked unedited, to be honest.
It was.
No, I just didn't say anything for like the
He did.
numerous
I must
minutes that I
admit,
was
he
in there.
did. He didn't say an entire word that entire challenge, and
I
I
was
was like,
the
"Wow,
marketing
how are we
kid.
gonna fix this in post?"
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's
Okay.
just not fighting for
You're a
screen
speedrunner.
time. He's not fighting for screen time.
He's a speedrunner.
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
clearly not
enjoy what
fighting
he
for points
does.
either. Like, hello, like, where's the point number? Like, I gave mine away. Like, I'm
That's
just
all.
so generous.
So
To be
He's
fair,
here for the
he was-
vibe.
I'm a feminist,
he
by
was-
the way.
He was time efficient. I've got to give him. I got to give him his flowers. He was time efficient, man.
You know what? I'm a feminist as well. Ollie, take one of my points. Take one of my points. I wanted to say 1 here and 3 over Ollie.
Wait, if he's a feminist, why is he getting the point?
Are you a feminist or not, Crow?
Yes! That's a white man! That is a white man!
Yeah, who's not a feminist.
Is this what
That's
they mean
the
by
point we're
FTM
proving.
king?
By what?
Yeah, they just say I'm FTM king, and I don't know why. It's a thing. There's like edits and
I'm
everything.
gonna flip this fucking table. And it's heavy, Ollie. It's
I
heavy.
know,
You don't
I'm
want to
just as
see me
confused
flip
as
this
you
table.
are.
I'll do it.
I think the wild thing is that I'm the only one that's had a beer at this table. Like,
Yeah,
it feels
yeah.
like everyone is.
Might as well.
Can you fix
We're
that?
drunk on competitive spirit. If you drank a hot liquid right now, it would expand so much in your tummy.
Someone get this guy a coffee.
I was on the bus ride home after doing this for the first time and had such a tummy ache. It sucks eating a block of jelly. Don't do it.
You have 3 pennies.
I have 3 pennies. I can go home with 3 pennies at least.
Hey, that's 1 go on the 2p machine in the arcade.
Oh, he already had 1 go on the 2. The extra penny does nothing to
Even I've got
help.
change.
1 serving is equal to 1/4 of made-up jelly.
Of made up jelly.
One
With
serving is
150
one of those
grams.
little cubes, by the way. There's
How many
15
grams
of
does this
those.
make?
135. Oh no! That's how much is in this.
So 1,000.
1 serving
I
is.
don't know.
Yeah.
That's 1,000 grams of jelly concentrate.
Yeah.
Does it say how to make it?
So
All I can
150
smell
times
is this
15.
jelly.
Like 2,250 grams of jelly.
Actually sickening.
That's the equivalent of. You know what?
Please
I said
stop.
I thought I
You
ate a
don't
lot
need
of
to
grapes.
do
These
that.
guys ate a lot of jelly. I
Sunk
take it
fallacy.
back.
If I stopped now, nothing would have been achieved.
Yeah.
All right, now that ordeal is over.
You guys are so gross, man.
You're the one that did the
I
task.
didn't eat the grape.
No
I'm not
one
eating
had
the
to
jelly.
eat the jelly.
I
Just like the
didn't.
Twiglet.
I'd like to say I'm clean. I didn't eat any of the grapes. I haven't eaten the jelly. I ate a Twiglet.
You also didn't do the task. The Weetabix was just on the table.
I must admit, you did fight me a lot during this entire filming.
Yeah, because I no hablo inglés.
And this is hence that English isn't his first language, you know.
Well, the wording, I just interpreted the wording, and then you would scoff at me, and I'd go, oh, well, I don't know then, man.
I just would be in complete disbelief that that's how you understood that. I'm sorry. Anyway, would you like to know how quick you did everything?
Yeah.
We're going to start with a win.
Okay.
Oh, and it took you 2 minutes 50 seconds. 2 minutes of that was playing with the pole.
Yeah, I feel like you genuinely did that quite quick, apart from the.
Yeah,
What
I
were you
really.
doing on the pole?
So I was
just
like,
trying to rip it apart,
Yeah, there was
but
like
it was
there
like
was a ball on
attached.
top,
The ball
and
was
I was like, that's probably going to be quite difficult to bounce things on. What if I just disassemble the pole and have a flat top? Then I could easily put something there. I already knew in my head that Weetabix was getting punted against the wall, so I'd like clocked that as soon
Yeah,
as
you
I
did
was
that
there.
with some aggression. by
Yeah,
the
I
way.
figured
went-
that it
I
did
think he
definitely
explode
threw it.
when it hit
I
me.
think it took you longer than 2 minutes 50 to eat that jelly now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was talking.
I wolfed
Wow.
it down in the actual thing, which is why
Yeah.
Respect.
4,500 calories in a Hartley's full pack.
That was 4,500 calories that
There's
you
no
just
way.
ate.
There's no way.
That was 4,500 calories worth of jelly.
That
We're not
can't-
shaming anyone here.
No.
To be fair, it doesn't say on the
I
packet.
think it's okay to shame people for eating whole packets of Hartley's jelly. Call me
Wait,
problematic.
the crazy thing is, I used to just do that when I was a child.
That explains a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, so yeah, I spent a lot of time on that tripod, a lot of effort put into trying to disassemble
Not
that
a tripod.
tripod.
At least
Sorry,
on this
the
packet,
pole.
it doesn't
I
say
think it's
that you can't
only
consume that.
1,500 because it only makes a quarter
Oh,
of
okay.
a
It's
jar.
only.
It's only 50. It's only like the recommended
only-
daily allowance
yeah.
for 50% of the world.
Okay.
You've just eaten. Yeah.
Right. So and it took you 2 minutes 50 seconds. Crow. Took you 9 minutes 9 seconds. Oh no 2 minutes 9 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was
You
gonna say, I
spent
don't remember spending that.
1.5 minutes of that arguing with me.
You could argue it actually took you about 2 months and 5 days because you still haven't thrown the Weetabix, and it's.
I felt so
Well,
bad.
wait, actually, you didn't complete it. Damn.
But what I did do was put it in your hair, which got cut.
Yeah, because that's not throwing it. That's placing it in my hair.
But it
And
was
also,
still
why
funny.
did you do that?
I
Okay, you
really
can
didn't
still
want to
win the
throw
worst point for
it.
being disqualified.
I didn't want to
for
throw the
doing it.
Weetabix because that would be messy, and I felt bad.
Huh?
That I'd have to walk out and be like, "Sorry, Danny, you have to sweep now.
Dempsey
Sorry."
Breaks.
I didn't want to
I
do
looked
that.
at Danny in the eyes and I went, clean up after me.
I'm a feminist, by the way, guys.
Hi, Danny. I know you're watching the stream.
No, Danny, I love you. I'm sorry.
All right, next up we're going to Ollie. Ollie, you did the task fine.
Yeah.
You ate the jelly faster than Owen, for what it's worth.
Wow.
Ollie's the control in all of these.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, what if you did a normal thing?
Ollie,
Here's a task.
you did the task in 1 minute 28 seconds, and you ate the jelly in 28 seconds.
Wow. What? You wolfed it.
You ate that whole pack of jelly
No,
in 28
surely not.
seconds.
I want a VOD rewatch.
What we're learning is that your
Where's the
mouth
raw
is on a different
video
point.
of this?
My mouth
I
is on a
think
different
Smidge has
planet.
the raw video file.
We will go to him.
All right, and finally, Fulham, you completed this task in 20 seconds.
That's me.
Dang, man, that's
That was
sick.
crazy.
I just had to do it quick. I'm so sorry.
sick.
I know I should have done something for content, but it
didn't
was.
say
This
anything.
is the content.
This is it. This is it. You can do the task as whatever you want, but this is what we do here.
Yeah. And I guess the speedrunner really came out in me in that one.
So-
It didn't the task before.
Undeniably is the case. Fulham gets the best point. He did the task
Thanks.
the best by
I'll take my first
by
point of the
over
day, by
a
the way.
minute. He did the task the best.
Yeah, wow.
And now the worst point. Owen, you were the slowest.
I was.
Bro, I don't know if you completed the task.
It just felt so bad. I didn't want to make a mess. And
But,
did
like,
that.
I threw it like a little bit. You didn't have to like proper like do what Owen did.
So
But
messy.
what I don't
so
understand
flaky.
is why. Just look, that is a really good excuse if you couldn't have just taken the jelly off the pole, thrown that, and balanced the Weetabix.
I know, but
Like, you weren't locked in.
It's okay.
no.
Bro, I'm sorry.
I know.
I feel like I'm bullying you.
I'm just
this
explaining
Crow.
myself.
I know.
It's okay.
Well, Owen, you did do pretty awful. Crow, you didn't finish.
Rare for me.
Huh?
Sorry.
You have standards. You have standards.
They
It's
didn't
okay.
hear that.
They didn't hear that. Okay.
Right?
No, they absolutely did.
Yeah.
Actually, they might not have.
Oh, they might not have heard that.
No, I think it might just be on delay.
I
There we
can't.
go.
Okay,
yeah, it's
there's
coming.
the
There it is.
icon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there we
yeah.
go.
Didn't hear that. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Bro, because I gave you the worst point for not finishing the last task, I think I'm going to give Owen the worst point because he finished the task the worst. But I feel like if I give you a point twice in a row just for failing to complete the task, then you could, like, in order to win the show, you could just go into every task and not do it.
Well, now that we have the knowledge, that would be the strategy. But going
We
into
didn't know
this,
that.
Crow is just this bad at all the tasks.
Oh, true. I should give you the worst point. Owen, that was very noble of you.
Wow.
Thanks.
Okay, Crow, you get the worst point.
Thanks.
Now, chat, it's time for you to vote on who you think put the most effort in. Owen, you're farming these effort points.
I don't know. I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say that it is a lot of effort to eat a block of Hartleys in 28 seconds.
Yeah.
True.
It's stupid. Like, you could have just eaten the
I don't-
twiglet, but, you know.
Did I like consume it or did I like just put it all in my
You
mouth?
put it
and then
all in
not-
your mouth and swallowed and just started eating.
I guess it is quite gelatinous, so you could just...
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I don't remember it because I've just blocked it
You
out my
literally,
memory.
like, it was maybe like you chewed for like 20 seconds and swallowed the whole thing.
So you could get the point for that. I did put a lot of effort into the throw. I'm gonna make my case here. That I really punted it at the
And
wall.
you really pulled the pole apart as well.
I really tried and put. You can actually see at the end of that whole
Red
little
in the
excavate,
face.
I'm red in the face.
I'm trying to
like,
pull my
rip
pole
that.
apart.
That would give you effort.
Oh, thanks.
I'm concerned if
You're trying
I
to pull it
drink
apart.
too much, this is just going to set in my stomach.
That's
Yeah.
not how that works.
You're
It
gonna
needs to
make
be
a new gel.
refrigerated.
If I cut you open, you'd be pink on the inside now, like your stomach
That's
acid.
normally how
I
I
think
think
I'll
I would
take
want
the
to
No,
No,
so-
stomach acid would be like bright red.
Oh, and please stop thinking about cutting open the contestants of the show.
Sorry. Hey, what's going on, man? Where you going?
Got you a hat.
Oh, thanks.
That's my hat. Oh,
No, it's mine.
Oh, okay.
oh.
This guy's really trying to farm the effort points. He's still doing the effort
Look at all
now.
this effort that I put in.
No, it's great. It's great.
Right.
All right, end the poll.
Not even in frame. Your little Fortnite dude is.
Wow.
Owen!
There we go.
Wow.
Thanks, chat.
Owen, the effort points are keeping you in this competition.
Because I went into it thinking maximum
These are
effort.
the
I'm going to do the most.
Yeah, I'm going to do the most in all these tasks. Finally, oh god, the last task.
That's a lot. We're already at the last task.
Wait, there's only 4.
Can we do this every week?
Can we do a subathon, but just this?
Can we do this every week?
No, Loki, this show, The show's been one of my favorite to do.
I really like. I really.
I
like
think
it.
it's like a next level show though, because of the pre-production.
Yeah.
It's a show within a show, you know?
Chat, you love it though, don't you?
I like seeing all the little clips of everybody. That's my favorite bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, watching it back is so much fun.
I know,
Even
I
when the
just-
cameras aren't on us, we're still
It's literally React Andy the show.
Yeah, yeah,
It is.
Speaking of which,
Time to react Andy to the Bedtime Challenge.
You're gonna like this one.
Okay. Your task is to write a grown-up bedtime story.
And then perform it. Your time starts now.
Wow. A grown-up bedtime story.
There's only one thing that I dislike more than drawing is writing. You couldn't have given me like a tablet or a laptop.
It doesn't say in the task you can't use a laptop.
Ah.
What's even the point of a bedtime story? It's to send someone to sleep, right?
You got some paper and pen?
Taskmaster is just a humiliation ritual, okay? What do you mean? What if I just sit here and count 5,000 sheep?
Okay, right. Well, it's a story, so it needs to be a book.
Write something really boring.
Yeah. How to fill in your self-assessment tax return. If someone read this to me, I would start falling asleep. I think this is the aim of a bedtime story.
Okay.
My bedtime story. Damn, this is hard. What can I rip off? I mean, take inspiration from.
An adult story. It's a really original name. We need a character. We're gonna go with Lewis.
Any tools at your disposal, my friend. You like to think outside the box.
What's the moral of this story?
Well, do you read before you go to bed?
I don't.
Oh.
I just scroll on TikTok and slowly lose my sanity as the algorithm feeds rubbish to me again and again. That's a story. That's a story.
Inspiration strikes in glorious ways.
Go to HMRC.
What if I write smut? That'll probably send people to sleep. Sorry, okay, you know what? The crowd goes silent. Fine, Jesus Christ.
'Twas the night.
In shining armor in your moon.
Let's make a character, because it has to have a story, right? Jane went to...
I'm gonna write fan fiction. Name 2 people, because they're about to bang.
You've had 2 minutes.
I'm not going for speed here. I'm writing next bestseller.
An ostrich. And Mariah Carey.
Toby, do you fill out your own tax return?
Nope.
Maybe you need to read this.
'Twas the night before February 1st. The HMRC bill was still due.
It's the 23rd, Mariah Carey.
That's my birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Visits a zoo.
Lewis only had half the amount. Whatever could he do? The time was 11 p.m. I need it to rhyme, that's the issue. At least I feel like it needs to rhyme.
Just want to say this is the second time you've left me during a
You're
task.
welcome to bring up a chair next to me.
I think I'll just sit here.
Okay.
And then
Right.
you have to finish it with the end.
The work was done for the night. This was when Lewis had an idea that would give people a fright.
You're having a good time.
There, she spots an ostrich. She falls in love with its leg.
You see?
What rhymes with 11 p.m.?
Well, it's.
You've had 5 minutes, by the way.
That's okay. I'm almost done.
Does this need to like send someone to sleep?
Yes.
Oh,
And they have a riff-off of cool.
Singing in the rain.
Co-written by Tubbo. Of the entirety of Singing in the Rain.
now this is Lewis we're talking about. So he's going to gamble.
I'm getting very sleepy.
Well, that's perfect because that's the moral of this story.
They go home. I don't know where I'm going with this. How bad is it if I were ostrich and Mariah Carey smart?
Brand safe, please.
And go to sleep.
He went to the casino. But what rhymes with casino? And when he saw it, he know that it's going all on red. So the roulette wheel will spin, and that meant Lewis would win the other half he needed. The end.
What do I do?
Print it.
Here it is.
Perform when you're ready, sir.
Jane went to the HMRC website as she needed to fill out her tax returns, but she didn't know what to do. Oh no!
Once upon a time, there was a little rabbit, and this rabbit was dedicated trying to achieve the best run time that it could. But alas, it was impossible for it to get the sleep it required.
I'm immersed.
Okay,
Put my feet
it's
up.
the 23rd of December. Happy birthday
Thanks.
to you. What day of the year is it?
The 23rd of December.
Awesome, okay.
There were lots of scary questions, boxes, forms and numbers.
Well, 'twas the night before February 1st. HMRC bill was still due. Lewis only had half the amount. Whatever could he do?
It tried everything, running fast, running slow, not running at all. It tried looking at its magic box before bed or reading its magic book. It tried energy tablets specifically made for rabbits. It tried special teas given to it by the special raccoon. Nothing worked.
I'm Mariah Carey. I don't wanna love folk. Who am I?
Mariah Carey.
Okay, awesome. That's an ostrich.
That's an
What's
ostrich.
That? What's that?
You're telling me this is an ostrich?
Yes.
The big bad tax man will steal all of your money if you get anything wrong.
The time was 11 p.m. The work was done for the night. Then Lewis had an idea that would give people a fright. He went to the casino, and when he saw it, he knew that it was all going on red.
I've got it, said the rabbit one day at 4 a.m. If I just stay up all night, I'll reset my sleep schedule and will be able to run really fast the next day after getting a good night's sleep.
We're immersed. Where are we? Oh, is that an elephant? Oh my god! We've got it. Okay. It's me, Mariah Carey. Whoa. Whoa. It's Raining Man. She didn't sing Raining Man. No, I'm singing. Oh, singing in the rain. Singing in the rain! So the roulette wheel will spin, and that means Lewis will win the other half that he needed. The end. What happens? Singing in the rain.
You're done. I'm stopping your time. Get out.
We have to sleep together.
It went around and told everyone. It told the otter. Hello, hello. It told the badger.
Hello, I'm the badger.
Come with me.
Oh. She was always told by her favorite streamer one helpful piece of advice. Just don't pay your taxes. She closed her PC and went to bed happily ever after. The end.
Never pay your taxes late.
Thanks, Ollie.
That's alright.
Hi, sorry, hi, come in. It told the blue tit. Shake my hand. Thank you. It told the sparrow. Everyone said,
Good idea.
no,
Good idea.
a bad idea. Fired. I can't get the staff these days.
He loves to leave me during tasks.
No, it cried out. Surely this.
Leave. Why won't you leave?
Surely this is a good idea. Surely nothing bad can happen from this. So that is what it did. It stayed up past 4 a.m., past 5 a.m., past 6 a.m. This is the best idea ever, it told itself.
Whatever, man. You know what? My audience will appreciate it elsewhere.
Take that to
It's going to be the next
AO3
hit.
or whatever
Okay, next
it is.
Christmas, I'm taking away your co-writing product.
Past 10 a.m. it had breakfast, rabbit lunch, rabbit dinner. Time for a run, it said to itself at 8 p.m. But first, a little sleep couldn't hurt. It laid down to sleep and woke up 4 hours later at 12 a.m. Oh no, it didn't fix anything, it cried out. If only I had listened to anybody that told me this was a bad idea. If it isn't the repercussions of my own actions. It immediately went for a run and due to its fatigue was too slow in getting out of the way of a moving vehicle, got hit and died. The end. Thank you.
No!
Yeah.
Very good. I'm feeling drowsy already.
I'm so glad. Goodbye.
Goodbye now. Thanks. That is the second story about taxes.
Wait, really?
It's a powerful lesson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get out of my face.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I can't believe you both spoke about taxes.
Two stories about taxes.
So
They were very opposite.
This side of the table was like stories for grown-ups. Taxes. Crow was like story for grown-ups. Porn.
It
And
wasn't
Owen was
porn.
like makeshift Bible about running.
No. So I think the message got. Can I pitch it to them?
Yeah, pitch it.
So the message was that this rabbit wanted to get a personal record and it had a really bad sleep schedule. So what it did was it stayed up all night, basically 24 hours, to try and reset that sleep schedule. And I figured, hey, that is a really bad idea. and then it died because of its actions of trying to do that.
You're telling me this doesn't sound like a story from the Bible?
Well, it sounds like a story from modern day, and people should stop doing that.
You wrote a story about setting a fast run. You wrote a story about a guy called Lewis going to a casino, and I wrote a story about not paying my taxes. This feels like everyone's written a story about me. Apart from hopefully not getting hit by a moving vehicle, please.
To
be fair, I haven't
Yeah,
liked
you
Mariah
haven't.
Carey.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think that one
you
was
couldn't
about.
really relate to
So you just
No.
assumed that you were the ostrich in that.
Okay, can
I
I,
didn't think I was Mariah Carey, to be fair. I
can
can't
I
hit
say
those
though,
notes.
can I say, these were more tutorials. That was, I'm at the edge of my seat and it fucking dies in the end. Mine was actually a story that ended in sleeping. So I feel like I'm the
I
only one
wouldn't
that
say
did the
mine was
task.
a tutorial, because I was saying that he didn't have enough money to pay his taxes. He only had half. So he went to the casino and put it all
if
on
it
red.
ends with like a, it's not. Yeah, I'm not asleep.
Mine
I'm
said
learning.
happily ever after the end.
All childhood
Yeah, mine's
stories
happy
I've
ever
ever
after the
read,
end.
all childhood stories I've ever read have always ended in the rabbit getting hit by a car.
Did you just watch
Bridge to
that
Terabithia
one?
exclusively.
All stories need a moral lesson. What was yours?
Don't
It's
sleep
a
with
good night
ostriches.
story.
Yeah, well, and pretty much every childhood story is.
Well, it's
has
about
it
love.
embedded.
It's a love story.
It's about love.
Love is around every corner, even at the zoo.
That's Mariah Carey.
I told you, name two people because they're about to bang, and you went
That
an
was on
ostrich
YouTube.
and Mariah
That
Carey.
was on
And actually,
YouTube.
let's talk about that real quick because I wasn't going to throw hands, and then you said that my story wasn't very good. You seemed very upset that Fulham got help in his puppet show from Toby, and then you consistently went to Toby asking for like riffs and bits, like it was ad libs. Did you write your
I
story?
gave him co-writing
No, you didn't.
credits,
You
and then I
scrubbed
scrubbed
it
it out
out.
at the end when he.
Is it your story or not?
It is now.
So you steal credit. That's the true story.
And if you want to hear about credit, over to these two who love taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, wow, that was a smooth
Hey,
transition.
that's a
Great
version.
segue.
Thanks.
Um,
Are you gonna take it? No.
Yeah, no, mine just
Okay.
made people fall asleep. I thought it was good.
I feel like mine was the closest to
Okay.
task, and I feel
Um,
like that's the only task. in
I would
which-
like to
think that
mention
everyone thinks
mine
that
was a
way.
book. Mine was actually a book.
That is a very good point.
I
Yours
did have an
rhymed.
actual book that I was able to open.
didn't rhyme.
My
Say
favorite,
book.
my favorite rhyme is casino with he knew.
Was the task book?
It was
First time, and then it's
Yeah,
He
I
know, but
just
he
read it
knew.
wrong, guys. That's all. I just
I love
read
that
it
was
wrong.
that was so like eureka, like you was
Casino.
like-
He know that's the right thing to do.
That was. Oh man, my cheeks hurt from smiling.
To be fair,
I think
also
we all did a great job then.
I
If we
think
made
they
if
did.
we made your cheeks
Everyone
hurt
did
from
a
smiling.
pretty good job.
Good job, everyone.
I wouldn't use the printer, which is crazy.
That's
You're not
great.
meant to.
No,
I
you
can't
weren't.
write.
you know what was quite funny? We
I
were
know.
actually, me and Lewis were sitting in here waiting for our recording whilst Owen was filming that bit. And we were sitting in here seeing him run through, talk about this rabbit. And we were genuinely saying, is he like solving a riddle? Like,
Dude.
we thought that you were walking back and forth to solve this riddle,
I
to
need
find
to
the
find
right
this
piece.
rabbit. I'm like,
to find the
Okay.
rabbit.
So there's that perspective. Then there's me, who's halfway through playing a song and the drums. Owen bursts into the room and is like, he thought it was a really, and I sabotaged because I'm a
Yeah,
dickhead.
you had one job,
Um,
which was to say it was a bad idea.
Yeah, but
and
we're operatives.
is that what up means these days? Operative.
Opposition. Me
Yo,
cago
go for the
en
operative.
estos tíos blancos que no hablan ni el idioma.
You can't do that.
I can.
Lo siento, pal.
Yeah, low siento, mate.
Low siento.
White guy responded to that.
I tried to be.
Yeah, you used Toby, man. You didn't even write yours.
Sorry, you didn't even write yours. You
I
typed yours.
can't write, Fulham.
Hey, also,
that's my
I
fault.
can't. I would like to mention I can't write either. I actually, fun fact, I had to write my GCSEs on a computer because what did you have to do the same?
For my
So did I.
A-levels, GCSEs, and my
did they
uni
give-
degree.
What was your reason that they had for you to do that?
Still issue.
I took
Sorry.
a dyslexia test and purposefully failed on the bits that I needed to in order to be diagnosed with dyslexia.
So mine was a bit different.
Yeah.
Mine was a bit different.
Okay,
It
go
was
ahead.
because the invigilators couldn't read my handwriting.
Oh, that's good too. That's a good.
They actually couldn't.
This is
But I
crazy.
did write mine.
You
You
just admitted
fraud.
you're like cheating on camera.
That's probably.
That's wild.
I mean, it's not like you
Excel.
The difference is that I didn't write the answers; I typed them. Which
You
is
also then
still-
didn't apply
it's-
for like disability, so I think it's fine.
I did too.
Oh,
The story that stands though is most
Can I
bedtime
have a standard?
stories rhyme.
That was really cool
is
that
true.
yours rhymed.
That is true.
But it didn't rhyme though.
But it did. It was
rhymed more than yours.
They rhymed
Casino.
once, didn't they?
Agreed.
There was okay. To be fair, Casino and He Knew wasn't really the
start line. That's the
It was
only line.
more
You said,
misread.
why
The
didn't you
rest-
say he know?
I also
What
don't know
would
what
you
rhymes
rhyme
with
with
11
Casino?
p.m. at
He
the end.
know, but you said he knew.
I just read it wrong, I think, to be honest.
It's an
Once again, the
onomatopoeia.
handwriting wasn't really legible.
Onomatopoeia.
No.
Bang.
That's what onomatopoeia is.
However, the rest all
Casino.
rhymed perfectly.
Isaac, bro, your performance was crazy. You just kept asking me questions and then celebrating when I said what you wanted me
No,
to.
I was. Oh yeah, that's.
What is
Thank
this?
you.
Actually, I do want to segment this.
I was putting you. I was immersing you. Immersing.
Messing.
Immersing. I was immersing you. Okay. You knew what day it was. You knew who I was. You knew who the little Among Us guy was.
Stay at me.
Yeah, because it was on your birthday. The story took place on
Dancing in
your
the Rain or
birthday,
whatever the
which,
wrong song was.
by the way,
It's raining men.
by the way, don't hear anything from the guys like my mouth is of stomach.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Sorry, my box is my hands. Like, hello?
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
Good. Sabotage each other.
I was putting you in the moment, which for kids, not that it's like for not it's not a kid's bedtime story, adult bedtime story, but I'm trying to do the same thing. You're in the moment, and in the end, we go to sleep. So by the end of it, you were so immersed that you too should have gone to sleep. That's why I say
The ostrich and Mariah.
mine is the most that resembles a good night bedtime story.
I was going to say, I appreciated that you did perform yours, and I want to draw attention to the word perform. What did you have in mind when you wrote that?
I just meant you to read it.
Oh, okay, you could have just said, and then read it.
No, you didn't perform. I performed.
Yeah,
They perform, that's why I wanted to know specifically.
See,
I wouldn't but
I think it's up. No, I mean it's up to interpretation. Like,
Yours-
you definitely,
mine was
you
read
definitely
like
get more
I'll be
points for
honest,
performing it the way you did.
Okay.
And they definitely are more mid for not performing it as well.
I stood up and gave a loving gaze to the ostrich. I performed. It was like a little
the
Among Us
Among Us.
plushie.
Oh, the Among Us plushie.
See,
No,
if
the
you were
ostrich.
immersed, I wouldn't have
The
had to
ostrich.
clarify that. That's why immersion is so important.
Yeah.
To be fair, it felt like everyone was quite immersed by your story. You did almost
Yeah.
cry when you heard the little
Yeah,
rabbit.
you know what? I'm
What's
gonna
a
give
good
the
performance?
point for the best story to
Guttural
Owen.
scream.
Oh, thank you.
I've got it, and like also like, dude, he just loves printing stuff in this office.
That's my favorite thing, because I've never had a printer that works I haven't had to pay for, so anything I need printing is immediately in the office.
Like the crazy thing is like, dude, he prints so much.
When you start paying me per episode of D&D, I'll stop printing.
You're paid in ink, in printer ink. He just prints so much.
2 story writing tasks with these 2, by the way.
Yeah.
The D&D
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Did you like that? People. Let's pick that apart.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, people.
Whilst they're all arguing, make sure to cast your vote on me to get
Oh, yeah. Who was the worst?
Well, yeah,
the
Ollie,
worst
you're the
story.
worst. Sorry.
Really?
I genuinely think Ollie's was the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
He
Completely.
butchered
completely.
he butchered reading it. What do you not think?
It rhymed.
He butchered it.
On one, none of us rhymed. But you're the taskmaster.
Yeah, but I feel like this is an inconsistency.
Yeah,
issue.
but like also like his guys, his was like, dude. His was like a maximum of 20 words. It was 20 freaking words. Everyone else wrote down
Mine
like a
was 20
full
words.
page.
No, yours longer than that. I wish you had it.
You wrote like
Oh, no,
7
I
pages.
did
It
write
was a
long pages,
book.
yeah.
I
but,
really like that you made it a book.
It's look, it's effort. Don't make it better though, does it?
Oh.
Sorry.
Damn.
That's fair.
Ollie, I'm
accept
sorry,
that
I
I
think
was
you
the
were
Oh,
worst.
with a heavy heart, you have to accept that loss. What is it?
Yeah, I did put the effort in though, guys.
Okay.
I made it a physical book.
Also, I actually performed it.
Yeah.
I did perform mine, just not to
And
the
in no
extent-
part
I
of
can't
it, they
even
booked.
pretend
You
like
just
this
did
was
that for
effort.
fun.
I've already lost. I already gave my
what was
points
the
away.
question
I'm a
wording
feminist,
again?
by the way.
What?
What was the question wording?
Your task is to write a grown-up bedtime story and perform it. Was the
I'd
task.
No,
say
we're in that,
writing
didn't say
grown up
It was story.
grown up
It did say
bedtime story is bigger than and perform it.
What?
Yeah, I'd say that's like the main part.
Yeah, well,
If
do you want the point for being the worst or
Oh no,
not?
yeah, I'd love the point to
Yeah,
be the
there we
worst.
go.
I'm just-
Give it.
Yeah,
give
but
it
stop
give it the
digging
damn
now.
point.
Oh, fine, guys.
All right,
You were the
most
shittest
effort.
at that. Finally, comes down to this.
Well, it really doesn't for me, for what it's worth.
Oh, Fulham, you're so not in this.
No, I know. It's okay. It's okay.
Chat, it's time for you to vote on who you think put the most effort in to the grown-up bedtime story and perform it task.
No, but if you vote for me, that means that they're all on 3 and they can all.
Wait, Ollie
No,
should be.
yeah, he's on 3. He got an extra point
He just hasn't
for
gone up
losing.
yet.
It's okay. So if you vote for me, that means that they all win. So really, I'm doing everyone a set.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, you don't know about the devious tiebreaker.
And they can, and we'll never know about the devious tiebreaker if you vote for one of them.
No, there is no tiebreaker. I pick my favorite to win.
Oh, I mean, okay.
No, it was Ollie that got that.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Owen was the best.
And you've given.
Oh, sorry. Oh, did you give me my point? Oh, cool.
Oh, Owen's on 4. Oh, okay, my fault. Well, don't vote for me then. Vote for one of those two, so that then there's a tiebreaker.
You
Guys, just want to say, out of all of the books, there was one that was folded in an actual bedtime story.
That was pretty cool. You didn't perform it, but it was pretty cool.
I did perform it, just not to the same extent.
You skipped half the task, mate.
No, I did perform it. I did perform it. We can VOD check, but
you did read it.
Did really knock that whole water over there. That
It was empty.
sad.
It would be quite sensible for the two storytellers to actually win the storytelling version of task.
You want to fight like
Which
what
would
do you want?
mean
What
to
do
be
you
on the
want?
same level. The
I'm
non-story
asking you to
writer
vote
would
for
have
you.
more effort
I'm
applied.
on your
If
side.
you want, it would be
Let's
good.
beat up.
No,
Oh, I thought you said. I thought.
I'm asking them to vote for you so you both win.
Guys, English isn't its first language.
It's a
English isn't its first language.
Misunderstanding.
No hablo inglés.
No one understands.
How do you know if you open
I
that
thought
box?
you were saying
it's full of grapes.
Well concealed by your
Smash
hand.
that llama. It's just even more of
leave
that.
him alone.
All right, production.
Production's hidden it.
Who won? Who put in the most effort?
14 points in it.
14 points in it.
Between.
Owen and Crow.
Ooh! Will there be a tiebreaker, quote unquote?
Crow.
Is that
Yes.
one?
Crow, wait.
Wait, so we're tied?
You're tied.
I'm happy to take a draw.
All right, we'll take a draw.
I think we're all winners, guys.
I want to clarify. I thought you were saying, well, it's bloody telling that the two storytellers. I thought that's the attitude you had. I apologize.
Crow.
No, it totally wasn't.
Did you understand a single thing this show?
Where am I?
Where am I? Who are you? Why am I here?
You know what? To be fair, for putting all the grapes in a box, you've done pretty well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you caught up in points because of your consistent just reading the rules and going, it doesn't apply to me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you actually just lost
maybe
like 3
Right.
tasks.
I think I just genuinely have an issue with understanding instructions.
That's okay.
It's okay.
No, I'm not like.
Wait, what? You're
kiddie farming.
doctor?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's quite important.
They give you
Understand
You
instructions.
think they go, okay, now open up, and we just have to do that and not
You have to put
we
60
watch
grapes in their
people do
mouth?
stuff and then do it.
Oh, fair enough.
Thanks for having us.
Well, thank
great
you
show.
guys
I
for
love
coming
that.
on
That was really
Twitchmaster.
fun.
This is the last episode of Twitchmaster.
Oh,
We're done.
I
If you
don't
want to
want
see
more,
more of
Twitch.
Twitchmaster, tell Twitch to renew it and make it a real thing.
Yes, please.
True.
Tell Twitch to make us real. Their name's in the show name,
This was a
bro.
pilot episode.
This is a
Series.
pilot
Yeah, the
series.
pilot.
Actually,
Three.
The third pilot.
We had to go
We'll
through
take off
severance to get
eventually.
here. We're not actually allowed to remember any of this. We're gonna leave the room and we're gonna
No, all right. Ding. Boom. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us on Twitchmaster. I've been in charge. Over there we have Owen and Crow, and over there we have Ollie and Fulham.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody, and good night.
Goodbye.
And